Hi everyone, in this video we are going to learn how Azure Machine Learning tools can accelerate your machine learning journey. Azure Machine Learning is a cloud service that you can use to train, deploy, automate and manage machine learning models and also pipelines, all at the broad scale that the cloud provides. So let's see together what are the different options and the different services. In terms of authoring tools, there is automated machine learning, that is also referred as AutoML, and this is the process of automating the task of machine learning model development. Designer, this is the visual interface for Azure Machine Learning service that enables you to prep data, train, test and deploy machine learning model and track also your machine learning pipelines without writing code. Notebooks, these are Jupyter notebooks that are running on the cloud VMs, virtual machines for building and testing models with code. Datasets, in terms of assets, these are shared datasets across multiple Azure ML tools. We have also experiments. These are a group of runs from a script. Data pipeline, these are machine learning processing workflows. Models, these are different models that you build, and there is also a possibility to see the history and the versioning of all your trained models. Deployment, these are endpoints of your deployed models to consume from an application. Compute, this is a way to manage what the computer is, what's your computer target, and how you can create and then when it has been used. So it is also very helpful in terms of cost management. Data store, this is the Azure storage for Azure ML workspace, and finally the workspace. This is the Azure resource that contains all these features that I just listed, and is also the place where you can run all your machine learning experiments. So now let's see how you can access Azure Machine Learning. This is Azure Machine Learning Studio. As you can see on the left panel, you can find all the assets, datasets, and different resources that I was mentioning before. So let's start from the authoring tools. So you see you have notebooks, automated machine learning, designer, and then in terms of assets, you have datasets, experiments, pipelines, models, endpoints, and finally in terms of management you have a compute, data stores and data labeling. As you can see here you have the same authoring options that you have on the left panel, and it explains you a little bit better what this really means. Notebooks here is about coding with a Python SDK and run sample experiments. Automated machine learning is always about automatically training and tuning a model using a target metric. And then we have designer. This is a drag and drop interface, as we saw before, from preparing your data to deploying your machine learning model. You just need to click on Start Now to get started, and you can choose the authoring options that you prefer. The last thing that I want to show you here is that there is also the name of your workspace. I call this testing_ML for TSF, but in case you have multiple workspace, you can just click on this and you're going to see that you have the current workspace, the resource group information, and also the location information, and also your subscription information. I want to share with you also some of the resources that I use for this video. If you are interested in learning more about Azure Machine Learn documentation, please go to aka.ms/azuremldoc. This is a repo full of technical documents that you can read to learn more about Azure Machine Learning. If you want to get started with Azure Machine Learning Studio, I suggest you to go to aka.ms/Azure Machine Learning Service. And then if you want to learn more how to leverage the designer, you can go to aka.ms/Azure Machine Learning Designer. And finally, if you want to learn more about the authoring tool Automated Machine Learning, just go and visit aka.ms/Automated Machine Learning.